understood that there's been a challenge or there's been a gap between the church and the music ministers.
Actually learned how to draw out of jealousy. My cousin back then...
Drawn out of jealousy?
Yes. My cousin back then was a drummer. He's now in the US. And when he used to drum, then when we grew, and girls used to walk around him. So I'm like, yeah, I have to learn this thing. And so I learned it. And I'm sure God was just looking at me and laughing, and he was like, before I formed you, I knew you. By the time I now learned the girls would come, I was not the one anyway. So I tried to create a brand for myself unknowingly. And every church I attend, or every church I'm privileged to be a part of, I try to create a brand. Because I want to be known as that drummer that carries the grace of God, that drummer that doesn't steal from church, that drummer that doesn't go around borrowing from church members, because drummers have this stereotype, musicians have that stereotype. That musician that doesn't go after girls in church. And that's creating a brand for yourself. So if as a drummer I could create that brand for myself and I successfully did it, then I don't see why gospel musicians cannot create a brand for themselves. So I will start by saying, or by asking, actually I had some slides for the projector is not working, so maybe later on the slides will be given to us via social media platforms. So I wrote here, I said, what is a brand? A brand is, in simple terms, perception of what people think about you. So we have top brands in the world today: Apple, Costure's, Dell, HP, and the rest of them, and we know them for their products. Then we have musicians, we have personal brands, we have Trump. The Trump brand is owned by President or former ex-President Trump, and he has a brand of his own. Beyonce has her own brand. Sinach has her brand. Most gospel musicians today, the one that McClurkin, Tytrebe, they have their brand, and they show when they speak, it's either their pitch, their tone, their dexterity, whatever they do, their brand speaks for them, and that's why when you hear someone speak or sing or hit a key note, you say, okay, this is this person, even without saying the person. Amen. So, and brand encompasses a lot of stuff. So, in your brand, you have design, communication, logo, behavior, language, mission, vision. So, if you don't have a mission or a vision, you have to ask yourself, why did I start singing? Why do I want to be a gospel artist or a gospel musician? That question gives you a focus, gives you a direction, and you now know, okay, what do I do? Is it Yoruba? Is it English? Is it classical? Is it contemporary? Do I want to be in a church, or do I want to be freelance but bring people to the knowledge of Christ? I don't know if that makes sense. You're like, you are not tied to a church. You have a spiritual father, yes, but you are not tied to a church. But your work is to bring people to the knowledge of Christ. So I'm talking on the physical aspect of branding, the visual identity, and this is a wide topic. We cannot exhaust it in 30 minutes, but I'll try my best. So visual identity elements, we have the logo, color, typography, photography, or visuals, imagery. So for logos, I wish we would have a little bit. I'll make sure that this gets to everybody. So for logo, we have different kinds of logos, and your personality would help you choose the kind of logo that fits you. And so when you get this logo, first of all, we know that in the musical world, you see artists come together and do collaborations. The one has done a collab with Nigerian artist, what's his name? This person has his name. Frank. Yes. So people do it now. J.J. Heston, Mercy Chinwo, and all those things. But that's just for the singing. Now, as a gospel musician, you can do a collaboration with a graphic designer, an artist, a record label. These are things that will help you shape your brand. So the graphic designer in this aspect handles your physical branding. And one of the things you would like to have is an identification mechanism. And those are your logo, what you want, and it doesn't have to be something complex, like it's something very, very, very simple. Then talk about color. How do you want people to perceive you? Your band members, if you have a band, when they come on stage, are they fitted in your brand colors? You know, your album launch or your album cover design, how is it going to look like? So your logo will have to be on all your brand touch points, which will be your website, which we'll get to later, your website, your social media handles, your stationery, because okay, maybe you need to prepare for a concert and you need the consent of the state government and everything. You will have to send them a letterheaded request. You don't want to just send a paper, or you want them to take you serious. Because there is something about being in gospel. Yes, and as people rightly said, some people that came forward, you sing to edify people. But at the same time, you are not going, when you get to the house, you are not edifying your child's stomach with your song. Because when the boy is hungry, he's hungry. You understand? When your wife needs to go to the hospital for something, you need to be there to provide. So this is the business strategy that you have to kind of envelope yourself in. You have to say, okay, this is, the Bible says the gift of the man makes room for him. In everything we do, we have to make sure that, okay, there is excellence. So we talk about color, we talk about typography. Now these are things that you might not need to concern yourself with too much, as long as you have a capable graphic designer or maybe brand person running your brand. But so typography, you have different kinds of fonts. You have serif fonts, slab serif, sans serif, script fonts, handwritten fonts. And these are things that I wish you could show them to you, but you will still get them. Okay, now we go to imagery. So you have imagery, how do you take your photographs? Maybe you want to make an album launch, maybe you want to have a poster design done from you, maybe you want to post something on your social media. You have to be particular about how your photograph appears. Because people have to take you serious. And so you have to take yourself serious. You have to get, if you want something, go out and do it. Get a good photographer if you have to. If you prefer illustrations, get a good graphic designer to illustrate. Because nowadays people use illustrations because maybe it's something that excites the heart, the mind. You just make a caricature of yourself and you just use it there on your social media page and people just like to see those kind of things, maybe your big head and small body and something like that. Don't distort yourself a little bit. It attracts people. It shows people your humorous side. But these are things that need to be done. Now you have to have brand touch points that will help you bring all these things together. Okay, so brand touch points. So you have your stationery, your website, merchandise. So merchandise are things that you can relate with your fans because you hope to have fans, and so you can give them t-shirts, face cards, and stuff like that. And when they have it, they're like, okay, your name rings in their mind, posters and flyers and everything. And I would recommend that whatever you want to do, apply excellence in what you do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Well.